craft of stand-up comedy.
Alright, so now it's on.
His parents are here right now in order to experience $75,000 worth of comedy. I want everybody to give a big round of applause for Peter Coffey!
Hey. Thank you all for coming out. A lot of you are here. My parents are here. That's cool. My drug dealer's here. He's sitting about 10 feet away from my parents. This is awkward. I have a few jokes about my parents I'm going to tell, so I'm probably going to be the first 22-year-old college student to get grounded. But I'm used to getting in trouble for telling jokes. I used to get in trouble for telling jokes when I was a kid. I used to tell a lot of diarrhea jokes. My parents would always yell at me and say, "Peter, don't tell diarrhea jokes." So I stopped telling diarrhea jokes. Because apparently adults don't find diarrhea jokes funny. But yeah, growing up was, my parents did yell at me a lot. One of the things they yelled at me for, like, the most was I picked my nose a lot. It was a problem. And whenever they caught me picking my nose, they'd be like, "Peter, cut that out. What are you doing? Digging for gold up there?" Which is stupid, because if you're trying to get your kid to stop picking his nose, don't introduce the possibility of gold being up there. Because that is counterproductive. I never found any gold, only blood and shame. Another problem I had growing up is I couldn't spell. I'm a terrible speller. I once wrote a girl I had a crush on, I wrote her a note, and at the end of the note I just said, "Claire, I think you're so sweat." Me and Claire never had a future together because she didn't accept my note. I'm still a terrible speller, by the way. I mean, I'm dyslexic is the reason I'm a terrible speller. And like, for example, like most people will delete their internet search history because they don't want people to know what kind of porn they watch. I delete my internet search history because I don't want people to know how frequently I Google the spelling of the word definitely. 1F? Are you kidding me? I don't know. But yeah, but deleting your search history is important. When looking at porn, I found that out the hard way. As a child, I was about 12, and I left my Google search in the Google search bar, and my mom saw it, and it was just like in the Google search bar, it said like ass, boobs, vagina, titties, and it was all one word, all misspelled. My mom knew it was me. She said, "Peter, you can't be doing that. That's a sin, Peter. I'm gonna have to take you to confession." Because my mom was really Catholic, and that's what she did. She took me to confession. She made me confess these sins. And looking back, this was a terrible parenting move on her part, because essentially she put me in a small room with a Catholic priest and made me say, "I'm a horny little boy." What do I have to do for Jesus to forgive me? Get on your knees. Yeah, the priest actually did lecture me a little bit, and he talked to me for like 20 minutes. He started talking about like contraception, like I'm 12, and just listened to him, and he's just like, "When you finally have sex with the woman you marry, you can't use a condom. And because using a condom is like shaking someone's hand and then wearing a glove. It's impolite." And I was like, I don't know. I think if someone were to shake my hand and that would result in them ejaculating all over me, I think I would like them to wear a glove. Of course, I didn't say that to the priest. I was terrified. But I remember being young and looking at porn for the first time. One of the things we used to do is we used to watch them in groups. We used to, you get a few friends together for a sleepover. me tell you a story. Jeff's house, summer before the 8th grade. It's about 1 a.m. Jeff's parents been asleep for over an hour. We all give each other a little look. We know what time it is. We tiptoe over to the computer. My friend Kyle announces that he is taking the captain's seat behind the computer. We all trust him. He has an older brother. Kyle opens up Google, types in boobs, naked, genius. He hits enter, nothing. Oh, Kyle, come on, man. You didn't turn off safe search. What the hell's the matter with you? I thought you knew what you were doing. Kyle admits his mistake. Turns safe search off. Hits enter. Boom. Titties. And Kyle starts clicking away. He's clicking on every picture, every video, and he's going nuts. There are thousands of tabs open, thousands of windows, and 10 minutes later, we're all huddled around the computer, and we're starting to shake, and we don't know why. We're just shaking. Kyle's keeping clicking away. The sound's coming through the speakers, but there's so many videos playing, it doesn't make any sense. It's just like, oh yeah, and we don't know what's going on. We don't care. Kyle's clicking away. He's clicking on everything. We all notice Jeff's been gone for like 10 minutes. We don't know where he's been. He's in the bathroom. What's he doing in there? I don't know. 5 minutes later, we hear footsteps coming down the stairs. We all start freaking out. Kyle's freaking out the most because he's behind the computer. He's trying to exit out of all the screens at the same time, but he can't because there's too many at the same time. But I don't feel bad for him because that's the job he chose when he sat down in that seat. My friend Chris tries to pretend to be asleep, but that doesn't work. He's standing up. Friend Zach runs in the kitchen because he can't take the heat. Steve, the smart one, runs in the living room, turns on the TV, and lays down on the couch. I try to follow him, but it's too late. The footsteps have reached the bottom of the stairs. It's Jeff's dad. We make eye contact. I'm still shaking. Jeff's dad looks at me. Peter? Why are you shaking? I don't know, I'm cold. It's July. I don't know, I'm a kid. What's Chris doing? He's asleep. Where's Jeff? And I knew at the time. I'm no snitch. But rule number 1, looking at porn, is you never leave the group. And he left the group. So I pointed nervously to the bathroom. This is the bathroom. Jeff's dad walks over to the bathroom. Knocks on the door. Hey, Jeffrey, you in there? Jeff answers nervously. Yeah, I'm in here. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm nothing. Oh. Well, when you get done doing nothing, make sure you wash your hands. And he went back upstairs. It's a close call. Just to add a note to that story, we did that a few times at Jeff's house, and at the end of the summer, Jeff's parents had to get a new computer because there were so many fucking viruses on that thing. Like by the end, like there's a game called like Solid Dicks. It was like solitaire, except the cards were dicks. Whatever. Growing up, for me, it was a little awkward because my mom wasn't really ready for the male, like, puberty thing. Like, especially like when it came to jerking off. Because, like, my mom was one of 8 girls. She has 7 sisters. I know. That's 9 women living in the same house if you count her mother. 9 women. How my grandfather died of old age and not a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head is amazing. But yeah, my mom didn't really. The first time she caught me the porn or whatever, she thought that was it. She thought that's all that happened, and she didn't know about jerking off. So, and I would do my business in the bathroom because we had a no door locking policy, which is stupid when you have teenage children. So whenever I was in the bathroom, like doing my business, my mom would knock on the door. And just, same thing would happen with my dad. My dad would knock on the door and be like, Peter, you in there? Yeah. What are you doing? Nothing. Alright, well when you get done doing nothing, make sure you wash your hands. And don't use the nice hand towels this time. But I didn't always jerk off in the bathroom. Sometimes I would sneak downstairs to the computer, like when my mom went at the grocery store. But the thing about this was, I didn't know how long my mom would be gone. So I got really good at being really quick. Like I got it down to 3 minutes, and that's prep time, finding the video, and cleanup time, and getting back in my room to take a nap. Like 3 minutes. And I was good, and I was quick. Unfortunately, this isn't translated too well into my adult sex life. Yeah, but I want to talk about my mom because she's here. My mom is really specific. Let me give you an example. She called me a few weeks ago. She called me and she said, "Hey, Peter, it's your mother." I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, I know it's you. It says it on my phone." Okay. Well, your father and I this weekend we painted the shed. You know the shed, right? It's in the backyard. We put the lawnmower in it. You know the shed. Yeah, Mom, I know what shed you're talking about because we only have one fucking shed. Can these lights be brighter? Because I can see my mom right now. This is just... This is the first time I've been able to see the crowd, and of course my parents are here. Another story about my mom. This is a true story. About 2 years ago, I got a call from my mom. She said, "Hey, Peter, it's your mother." I was like, "Yeah, Mom, I know it's you. It says on my phone." She was like, "Well, we're gonna have to redo the bathroom behind the garage." Just to give you a little reference, at the end of my garage, there's a bathroom behind the wall. Okay, so now you know. And I was like, why'd you have to redo the bathroom? Because that bathroom is awesome. Let me tell you, we had this wallpaper on the bathroom that was hysterical. It said all these funny things. Like one of the things it said, like this was in my bathroom before I was born. It said things like, "Call it incest, but I want my mommy." Like shit like that was on the wall. It was hysterical. And so like I was really upset that we had to redo the bathroom. So it was like, what? Why do we have to redo the bathroom, Mom? And she was like, "Well, your father put the garbage can in the wrong spot." Like, what does that have to do with needing to redo the bathroom? "Well, it confused me and I drove through the wall." What? You drove through the wall? No, but it was my fault. It was your father's fault. You put the garbage can in the wrong spot. Was he even home at the time? No, he was at work. It's a true story. Word got around my neighborhood about that, and last winter, my mom we redid the whole upstairs, like including the bathrooms. And when a neighbor found out, like my mom was redoing the bathrooms upstairs, his initial reaction was like, "How the hell did you get the car up there?" All right, I'll stop talking about it. I have an irrational fear that I would go to the bathroom to pee, and I'm gonna leave my dick hanging out, and I'm gonna walk out, and someone's gonna be like, "Peter, your dick's hanging out, man.